Truth be told, there's always been a hustler on a mission. Mission for greatness. Some people are naturally blessed with the hustler's ambition. Now this story is one that we're all quite familiar with. This man had talent and a dream. Three things that he always had besides his 45 with intelligence, ambition, and intuition. Hustler is not simply born. The true hustler is created as he adapts to the bullshit this world throws at him.
This is Andre of Big Gemini Kennels, aka BGK. Welcome back. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, let us know what you're thinking. Make sure you hit that alert button so that you're notified every time we drop content, and that's gonna be frequently because we came to drop bombs. Beast mode. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Andre BGK, and what I'm here to do today is show you how to properly submit your dog. Now, to be clear, in this moment, Rampage is not trying to bite him. He's just trying to back him off of him. He's just letting him know, back up, give me some space. I want to run around. I want to do what I want to do. If Rampage was seriously trying to bite him, he'd take his whole arm off right now. Trust me, he's a serious guard dog. Again, Rampage is not trying to bite him. He's just telling him to back up. Let me do what I want to do. All right. If he was trying to hurt him, it would be a completely different result. There is a difference between a dog that's not listening and an aggressive dog. This is Rampage being an asshole. Meet BGK's Rampage. Now this is going to be our subject for the submission video for obvious reasons. As you can see, this dog has a lot of drive. Let me tell you, the reason why I chose him is because I have two properties. I have the BGK's Ranch and I have the BGK's Villa. He is one of the sentry dogs at the BGK's Ranch, which means he gets out for one reason, to protect and hold down the yard. Now, I've been really busy recently, and I haven't had the time to interact with him as much as I like to, and as you can see, he has a lot of alpha energy. That's why I chose to do this video with this dog at this time, so I did not pick an easy candidate. I want to show you guys how it works with the dog that really has that prey drive and a size to match. Now, later on, after BGK's Rampage is actually submitted during this video, you'll see a completely different dog afterwards, and I'll show you the power of submitting your dog properly. Now, I've seen a lot of videos, not even a lot, I've seen a couple videos when I was searching on how to submit your dog, and they were doing what was called side submissions, right? And I didn't see anybody properly submit their dog. I don't call myself an experienced dog trainer, but I have been dealing with pit bulls or XL American bullies, if you want to be accurate. I breed XL American bullies. For anybody watching this video that's going to get upset, oh, he's calling his dogs pit bulls. That's not a pit bull. It's too big to be a pit bull. You're right. I breed XL American bullies. Moving forward. Anyway, I didn't see any videos on how to properly submit a dog the size of the dogs that I create, right? And my dogs have different temperaments than a lot of other dogs. They can be really feisty, they can be really alpha, but they're very loving creatures. But still, some of them are a little bit more alpha than others, and the more alpha ones need submissions. And I was looking around online on YouTube to see if I could see any video that showed you how to properly submit a large dog. What I noticed they were doing is called side submissions. Now, let me explain to you what a submission means and why a submission is effective, and then you will understand why I've never had to hit my dogs. I do not have to hit my dogs. My dogs listen to me because of my energy, because of my presence, because of my body language, because the way I interact with them on a regular basis dictates that they should listen to me and that they should be submissive to me and that I love the hell out of them. All those elements have to be in place, right? You do not need to beat your dog, hit your dog, or do any damage to your dog to establish yourself as an alpha and to submit your dog and have that dog understand when you're disciplining them, when you're upset with them, have that trigger word. You want to have that's one thing I will say about Cesar Millan that I've watched. Watch a Cesar Millan video and you're going to trip off of this. You will never hear him say no. He doesn't say no. He goes, but he doesn't say no, right? You need that word that your dogs know, that they can hear across the yard, across the street, across the field, and automatically know I'm being reprimanded. I'm doing something wrong in this moment. And that's that no. No. You got to say it with authority. You got to say it like you mean it. You can't, no, hey, no. You got to say no like you mean it. But anyway, what I noticed was when they were doing these videos, they were doing what was called side submissions. And a side submission is where you lay the dog on his side, right? And when you lay the dog on his side, the dog kind of relaxes and lays there after you apply force, and the dog eventually submits to you. That's not a full submission. My dogs, if you try to side submit them, they may allow a side submission and get up and challenge you again because you did not fully submit them, you did not fully dominate them in that moment, right? What I do to submit my dogs is I put them on their back. And there's a way I do that. I reach underneath, grab one leg, reach underneath their body. Now imagine I'm low and I grab their other leg and I pull that towards me, which makes their body flip upside down. As your body flips upside down, I will place my hand around their throat. Once my hand is placed around their throat, I am not choking, I am holding. There's a difference. I'm holding firmly, but I'm not choking. Please have the discretion to know the difference between choking the crap out of your dog and actually putting firm pressure and keeping him in place until he submits, right? Because when you're submitting him, he needs to submit. Now, when the dog is prone on his back with all four paws off the ground, fully on his back, not on his side like these side submission videos, but when the dog is fully on his back with all four paws upside down, he is giving you control. He's letting you know I am at my most vulnerable and I am allowing you to have your hand around my throat, because if you ever notice when the dog attacks, especially an XL American Bully or Pitbull, they go for the throat, right? If he's allowing you to have your hand around his throat while he's in his most vulnerable state, because he needs to be on all four paws to run, jump, attack, or do any reasonable activity, then that dog has fully submitted to you. At that moment, he is acknowledging you as an alpha, and he's also placing trust and confidence in you as his master, that you're not going to injure him, and you're not going to hurt him in any way, shape, or form. So after I'm holding them down by my hand and submitting them, now I'm going to show you this, you're going to see a video of me doing this. After I'm holding them down by my hand, and I have them on their back with all four paws in the air, once I see that they stop struggling, I start caressing and petting them, rewarding them for allowing me to submit them and showing that I am establishing myself as an alpha, but I'm not here to hurt or intimidate or harm you in any way. I love you. All right, so it goes from you holding them on their back while they're on their back with all four in the air, to you caressing them. And if you're doing it right, they're going to stay in that prone position, in that submitted position, and allow you to show them love and affection. And once they do that, you shouldn't even need any real force to hold them down. I can hold them down with one hand. I could probably raise both my hands, and they're still going to stay in that prone position, which is their most vulnerable state, showing that you are an alpha.
At this point, I'm reaching underneath the dog, grabbing both legs on the opposite side of his body, pulling them underneath him, causing him to gently roll on his back. While I keep my hand firmly on his throat, but not choking him, just firmly keeping him in place, I will start petting him with the other hand to let him know that I'm not here to injure him. I'm just showing dominance. When your dog is truly fully submitted, you can actually take your hands off of them and they will remain in the submitted position, acknowledging that you are in control. As long as your dog continues to struggle and try to get up out of that prone position where he's flat on his back, he is not submitted yet. He wants to do what he wants to do. Keep doing it until he fully submits. This is the most important moment in the process.
Hey fam, I want to tell you guys we're also doing what's called the BGK Submission Challenge. I want to see you use the information given in this video, and I want to see a video submitted to us. You can send it to our email, which is bgkchallenge bgkchallenge@gmail.com, bgkchallenge@gmail.com. Show a video, don't have to be long, just a minute or so, of you using this technique to fully submit your dog. And I love to see problem child. So if you have one of those dogs that are giving you an issue, please send that over, send that in. Let me tell you what you're going to get from this video. The list is so long, I'm going to have to read. This is the BGK Submission Challenge. Yeah. What you're going to get from this challenge is you'll get $100 cash app, or you can get a PayPal or gift card, $100 from BGK to you. You're going to get both of my ebooks emailed over to you. You're going to get both of my books via mail. We're going to mail both physical copies directly to you. You're going to get $1,000 off of any BGK puppy, the puppy of your choice. There's no puppy off limits. You're going to get 1 free shipment of BGK dog food as we release. You give us the address, we'll send it out to you at no cost to you. You don't have to pay shipping. You don't have to pay nothing. All you got to do is receive the food, use it, and give us a review. And then you also get a 30-minute consultation with your boy, Andre BGK, and I'll be happy to do that. You have to write BGK Challenge in the comments along with submitting your video.
Also, to be a part of this challenge, you must be subscribed to our BGK YouTube channel, as well as following our Instagram page at Largest Pit Bulls. Comment BGK Challenge both on this video in the comments and on the post that I'm going to make on my Instagram page to win. We're not going to give all these gifts away if you're not following the rules. One more time, make sure you like the video, make sure you like the Instagram post, and make sure you comment BGK Challenge. And make sure you're following both our YouTube channel and our Instagram page at Largest Pit Bulls. And send in the video of you submitting your dog to bgkchallenge@gmail.com. And it's up. Let's get it. Please follow the rules because we will be double checking before we give away the gifts.
You know what? This is what we'll do. We'll show your video, your submission video. The video that wins will be included in one of my uploads so people know that this is a real challenge and a real person won. This is a real challenge. It's the BGK Submission Challenge. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Now, as a quick sidebar, my cousin was telling me when he goes to feed Rampage on a regular basis and he's putting him back in his kennel, Rampage usually throughout the day, he's in a 70 by 30 foot dog run with a partner. So he has a lot of space to run and play throughout the day. Then sometimes he gets access to the main areas of the yard, and that's where he patrols all night. He goes out and he runs the perimeter fence line. And he goes, whenever he puts him back in his kennel, he's in like a 6 by 12 kennel. With his buddy, whenever he goes in there, that he gets aggressive when my cousin gives him food. He'll nip at his hand, he'll bite at his hand. If my cousin reaches towards the food bowl, he'll show aggression and basically try to be dominant over the food bowl. Now, that's another thing about submitting your dog. You should be able to reach in that bowl and feed them from your hand. And I showed my cousin right now how to do that, and I want to show you guys what happened as my cousin tried to feed him, and then you'll see what happened when I tried to feed him. Then we'll get back to the submission. This is all about the same thing, being a dominant alpha with your dogs. Some trainers say it's not real. I'm not a trainer, but I know enough to know that it's a very real thing. You need to be your alpha. You need to be the alpha, and the dogs will recognize that energy when they see it. So the video you're going to see now is my cousin trying to feed them and how they react to his hand coming into their area and around their food bowl.
Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
No. No.
Okay, so that's my cousin presenting them with food, and you can see Rampage being a little bit of an ass, being a little bit food aggressive, not going overkill. He's not trying to bite them, but he's definitely nipping and showing a little food dominance, and that's not acceptable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach my hand right in there immediately after. My cousin did this literally seconds before me. So immediately after, I'm going to reach my hand in. I'm going to tell him no one time, and then confidently go for the food bowl and start eating out of the food bowl, quote unquote, with my hand, and eventually hand feeding Rampage so he can know I'm an alpha. I'm accepted in your food bowl, I'm accepted in your kennel, I'm accepted in the main house, in the yard. No matter where you are, I am the alpha, but I'm not trying to hurt you. Again, you do not have to hit your dogs. Watch this. He initially challenges my hand. I give him one firm no, then I reach for the bowl. No hesitation. I'm dipping my hand in and out of the bowl to simulate me eating from his food bowl. As the saying goes, they should never bite the hand that feeds them. As you can see what the results were, he's eating out of my hand. That's the way it's supposed to be. Never accept food aggression or food dominance in your dogs, ever. Break that early. Alright, for the second portion of this video, I think it's very important that my cousin, who interacts with him way more than I do, he deals with Rampage all the time. But Rampage likes to challenge him because he's a little bit slighter in stature than I am. And you know what? To be honest, I kind of introduced him to dogs. He wasn't into dogs as much as he is now before me. So I'm more of a dog man when it comes to interacting with the dogs. And he definitely does well interacting with all my dogs. He deals with all the dogs on a regular basis. It's not really even my dogs at this point, it's our dogs. So he interacts with all the dogs on a regular basis. And with that being said, I wanted to see how he submitted Rampage after he watched me go through the process. So imagine him being one of you guys, you know, especially because he's a little bit smaller stature. I'm about 6'2", about 230. I don't know his height, but it's probably going to be about 5'10", and I'm not sure of his weight. But he's definitely a slighter stature when it comes to his build. And you will be able to see the way he's able to submit Rampage. Let's watch that happen right now.
Go ahead and do your submission. Alright, stop. Get him back up. You did it wrong.
I had him stop because he did it wrong. Remember, I showed you guys you have to reach underneath, grab the legs that are opposite from you, and pull them underneath so he gently rolls on his back. He went the opposite way. So we're going to reset, and he's going to do it again and get it right.
Reach underneath, grab the opposite leg. Reach underneath, kneel down by your side. Now reach across, grab the leg that's across from you. Yeah, but use your right, your closest hand to reach underneath them. Yes, now use your other hand to do the same on this opposite leg, same side of his body. And then pull them towards you. Simple. You see how he rolls? Now put your hand on his throat until he's submitted to you.
Don't move back. If he doesn't allow you to do that, then you don't have him submitted. See how he's struggling because he don't like to fall on his back? That's the difference between a side submission. They'll let you do a side submission. Full pro submission is full control. They don't like to give up that full control. There you go. Now that's full submission.
Roll him all the way on his back. He's not on his back. That's side submission almost. That's pro. Keep your hand around his throat. One hand petting him. Opposite would be easier. Other hand. There you go.
After my cousin tried the first time, he decided to do it again and make sure he got it right. And he did get it right.
see how he felt when you did that?
It seems like when you submit the dog, they almost go to sleep or they get in a trance or something once you have them fully submitted. So what I was telling him is what I've noticed, if you kind of tap them on the side twice, right after you get done submitting them and they're in that trance, they pop right up and they pop out of it. Try that when you're doing your submission and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's weird, but it works. Okay, now that we've seen how that worked out, let's talk about you. Now this is something, if you have a really alpha dog that you want anybody else in the house that you want to be an alpha with the dog, you want them to do this as well. Whether it's your kid, whether it's your wife, whether it's your son, whether it's your daughter, it's your relative that comes over frequently and the dog tends to get a little ornery with them. If you have them submit your dog the same way, and if you want to, you can submit your dog first so they can watch how you submit the dog, and then have them submit the dog will also view them as an alpha. So this alpha energy can be extended to other family members once you have this technique down, which is why I wanted to show you this. You don't need to hit your dog, you don't need to beat your dog, you don't need to kick your dog, and if I catch you doing any of that shit, I'll kick your ass. Period. It's ridiculous. I'm dealing with the biggest XL American bullies that I've seen thus far on a regular basis, and I am the kind of guy that keeps prey driving my XL American bullies. Most guys don't have the prey drive, they just got couch potatoes. My dogs will still go out, work, hunt, guard your yard, guard your kids, guard your house. They still have that energy, so you need to be able to submit your dog. Hopefully you are able to get the understanding of how to properly submit your dog from this video. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment. I try to respond to as many people as possible. I can't always respond to everybody, but I do try to at least like all the comments, and if I get a chance, I try to respond to all the comments. And if I see a real good question, I'll answer it, because hopefully somebody else scrolling the comments will get an answer to a question they're looking for, and if they don't see that answer for the question they're looking for, they'll go ahead and ask it themselves. So please drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. Did it help you? Was it informative? And what other questions you might like to see me answer in real time with one of my dogs, I'll be happy to do so. We have a raw dog food coming out. It'll be available in about 3 weeks. It's organic. It's USDA approved. It is made by all organic USDA approved content. It is made at a USDA approved factory, so everything about this is top tier. We always say quality matters. We're not going to go give you a dog food that isn't top quality. It contains everything you would want. It contains the organs, it contains the meat, it contains fish as far as the omega-1, the omega-3. Dude, this, I don't even want to say much more. I will give you some more details as it comes out, but we're really excited to introduce this to the public. Coming soon to a store near you, or you can order it directly from my website, however you like to do it. Salute to Bearski, my new partner. I look forward to what we're doing in the future, man. It's going to be huge. It's going to be crazy. And also, if you guys want to pick up my books, go to the website, BigGeminiKennels.com, right here. BigGeminiKennels.com, and check us out. I actually have a combo special. If you don't have both of the books, go ahead and grab both of the books. You can only get that on my website. You can only get the combo deal for both of the books for a lower price on my website. But you can also purchase my books on Amazon.com. If you like to purchase it from there, I suggest you get it from my website, but I'm happy for you to purchase it on Amazon if you like to. All right, Andre BGK, and I'm out.